Tshwane University of Technology has suspended all contact classes. The drastic decision following the death of a second student due to COVID-19 related circumstances in as many weeks. Now, the student who lived on campus passed away a few days ago. TUT says the loss of a young life is devastating to the community, the university, and indeed to friends and family. It says the suspension of classes is also a precautionary measure because of the rise in infections in the country. All right, I'm joined now by the Tshwane University of Technology's spokesperson, Phaphama Tshisikhawe, who talks to us on the line now. Phaphama, a very good morning to you. Very sad news indeed, but you do say in your statement that this is the second student to succumb to COVID-19 related complications. Talk to us about their age and take us back to the first one, whether they were also a student living on campus.
Good morning, and to all the viewers. I must make a correction. This is actually the first COVID-related death of a student.
Okay.
With the other case that was reported, that was before recess, before students came on campus. So that happened at home. So with this student, this is the first, and the student obviously resided on campus, and they went to the hospital, and that's where they succumbed to COVID-19.
Okay, and those that would have lived on campus around her, are you able to tell us whether they are receiving the necessary attention in terms of monitoring their health?
Yes, most definitely. They are receiving the attention, and we've got a COVID-19 task team that monitors all campuses. We've got representatives at all campuses, and that also guides us, you know, and that also promotes, or rather to say, handle campaigns regarding COVID-19 in all these different campuses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And how did you come to learn about this student's COVID-19 status?
We got a call on the 31st from the family. Actually, the student was not well, and she was rushed to George Mukhari Hospital and was there for a week or so. And we got a call on the 31st that she has, succumbed to COVID-19. Actually, the tests were done at the hospital because we were not sure what was wrong, what was, wrong with her. And when the tests were done and they found out that she tested actually positive for COVID-19. And we were informed of that on the 31st of May. And she succumbed, unfortunately. And we're very saddened as a university to, you never get used to death. And if it's a young person, it's even more devastating.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Was the family, Phaphama, able to disclose anything more than just her COVID-19 status? What I'm trying to get at here is whether or not this student had comorbidities, as we have come to know lately. That's the language around people who succumb to COVID-19, that they may have had, their immune systems compromised in one way or another.
We don't have any other information at this stage, Igoli, unfortunately, and the family has requested that we give them time, and we've given them that respect as they mourn their child.
Yeah. All right. And let's talk to the measures, therefore. So you've decided that with immediate effect, you're going to stop on-site learning.
Yes.
Has this been communicated to the higher education sector, and what has the response been?
Yes, they're in full support for the suspension of contact classes. Tshwane, I must also mention that this was not due to the passing of the student. Firstly, we cancelled contact graduation, and we had them virtually. That was last week. And with the increase of infections on campus, the rate itself is especially high. It's especially high and concerning in Gauteng, and the TUT campuses within, these communities that are also affected. So we decided that it's best that we suspend the contact classes in view of these risks. But students, resumed with online teaching and learning as from the 7th yesterday. And as per the approved multimodal teaching and learning strategy following that, obviously with that, students will be provided with the necessary data and support, with online teaching and learning.
Yeah. The Tshwane University of Technology, the campuses that belong to your fold, does that mean that this decision cascades all the way to those campuses as well?
All campuses, Tshwane. What we do at Pretoria campuses, we do at Polokwane, Emalahleni, and Mbombela campus as well.
Okay. I'm trying to get a sense here, Phaphama, as to whether then your virtual classes are indeed going to be of help to the students now, because oftentimes the complaint is that universities don't provide students with laptops. Yes, you commit to giving them data or buying them data for them to be able to access classes, but the most significant complaint thus far has been the lack of access to devices that will enable them to learn. Are you adequately resourced in that respect?
Yes, Tshwane. Measures have been put in place for that. I can assure you before the end of the week, with all this multimodal teaching and learning strategy being executed, if you check with the students before end of the week, you'd know that online teaching and learning is effective. Actually, it has been going on as well, but now we've completely, cut off contact classes. But we never stopped since the emergence of COVID-19. We only went back to class, obviously, with registrations going on, but online learning has never stopped. So now it's in full force.
All right. Thank you very much for that update, Phaphama Tshisikhawe. She is the spokesperson for the Tshwane University of Technology, and you've heard from her the decision to shut down contact classes. It cascades down to all of their campuses throughout, not just Gauteng, but also going all the way to Limpopo. And that is not as a result of the death that she says they've experienced, but because of the rise in COVID-19.